Okay, before I buckle down and get started on NaNoWriMo, I thought that I should do these Loot Crate and Nerd Block boxes openings that I have been delaying for a bit. And then I also realized that I haven't done a keto update in a while. I could start with keto, just really briefly, for those of you who don't care about keto. And then I'll do Loot Crate, because Loot Crate, I usually like Nerd Block better than Loot Crate. We'll see if that holds true. In any case, so keto update is that I am still a keto gal. I did go to Mississippi and Memphis, Tennessee for a little over a week, and I stuck to the plan the whole time. And by that, I would say that I think of this as when I say diet, I mean the way that I eat. So, was it perfect keto? No. Was it perfect me living keto? Absolutely. And frankly, it was close to perfect keto. I think I probably stayed in keto the whole time. I think I put on a half a pound or a pound throughout the whole thing, but I was eating more meals than usual because I usually do intermittent fasting. And I was drinking, which I don't normally do a whole lot of. So, I would call that a win. And, so the only things, my friend was eating, I don't eat pork, so, I would have beef brisket or, which sometimes one time had a little too much sauce that I thought could be too sweet or too weedy or too something, and I didn't really finish it. It wasn't very good. Even he didn't really like his. But then I had lamb ribs and I had a lot of steak, and it was great. It was good eating. I did not feel like I was sacrificing at all. We did go to one restaurant famous for its lemon icebox pie. Maybe I'll just do that. This will just be a keto update. I'll just do 3 videos. Fuck it. Fuck Loot Crate. Okay, we're setting that down. And then if you want, I do Loot Crate and Nerd Block openings. Anyway. So, it was real easy to stick to my diet while traveling. And in the past, like before 2015, so as early as 2014, anytime I vacationed, I just, screw it. Screw it, right? But no more. I think number one most important thing in my life is that I worked hard on my internal self and prepared myself with tools, with therapy and self-help books and all kinds of things to get myself ready for this journey. And so when I got on the journey and I knew I was in it, I will say I didn't make the decision at the beginning of the journey. I probably lost about 15 pounds or so. And that's when I thought, okay, I'm doing this, because so often, I don't know about you, but I'll start a diet and then I'll think, what does it really matter if I start it tomorrow instead or next week instead? I mean, does it really matter? And I would waffle, and then I would not eat waffles, but you get the idea. Anyway, so I'd lost about 15 pounds, and that is when I said, okay, I am doing this. There are no options. There are no, it's not a consideration. Cheating is not a consideration. So that takes away from, like, walking through a grocery store. I'm not tempted by crazy stuff that's, even I love myself some holiday flavors. So pumpkin spice, woohoo, it was crazy. I was not tempted, to do that. I've gotten substitute pumpkin spicy things. I will say, I was just thinking about it today and oh, look, I'm wearing pumpkin pie earrings today. This is as close as I've gotten to pumpkin pie though. But there is a coffee shop here in Portland that makes this pumpkin pie latte. Starbucks is famous for their pumpkin spice latte. Anyway, they do this pumpkin, I forget what its name is. It does not matter. The point is, it's a pumpkin latte, but it's made with real pumpkin, and I'm about to curse, that motherfucker is good. I mean, it is good. And they also, one of the things that I always have enjoyed as a fat person is, and even as a not fat person, I suppose, although I'm still fat, is like a sugar cookie or just a plain cookie or whatever, a butter cookie, I don't know. It's a cookie, soft, and it has frosting on it. I love cookies with frosting. Anyway, they do one of those too. And last year at this time, I was on a different kind of a diet, just a low carb diet, and I also had cheat days. I don't have cheat days as they were back then anymore. But I do allow myself an occasional thing, but it's so occasional. Like, and here's how I get back to Memphis and Tennessee, is my last cheat day was in June, or my last cheat time, it was in June when my friend Maggie came to visit. But I had planned that months in advance. I knew she was coming. I knew we were going to this place that has biscuits and veggie sausage gravy, which is just amazing. And there was no way I was missing that. I'm sorry, there was just no way. But again, to go back to diet as a way that I'm eating as opposed to diet that I am strictly following, I incorporated that with a plan into my diet. I mean, not with a plan, like not to counterbalance it, like I didn't exercise extra, but I planned to eat those things and to eat, a few other things while she was there. And I stuck to my plan, which was, like, literally when I took her to the airport, I took all of our leftovers with me down to the car, where the trash cans are there, and I threw those things away. And I did not, I stuck to my plan, which was that cheating is not a consideration, which is to say I was not cheating while I ate according to what I had planned to do while she was there. And I was able to just enjoy eating those things. And I just as much, I swear to God, enjoyed going back on keto right after. And I went back hardcore. And I have had problems with that in the past. I've never been able to go off and then go back on. And I think the difference is that I now I don't make rash choices about food, even cheat foods, or I guess I should say non-keto foods. I don't make rash choices about those. I make concerted, planned choices, or I at least think about them. And I also don't use them as eating them as an excuse or to renegotiate the fact that I am on this plan. So that happened back in June, was a major success for me. And then in Mississippi, what happened is that I was with a friend for about 8 days of our trip, and we went to this place famous for its lemon icebox pie, I think it's called. It's kind of a lemony cream pie thing, with, oh my goodness, it had a graham cracker crust, and graham cracker crust, I mean, that does it for me. In fact, if Starbucks was offering a drink that was tempting to me right now, it would be that graham. They're doing something with graham, I don't know what it is, but that would be the thing that would tempt me. But I am not tempted anymore. I could consider whether or not to incorporate that into what I eat, but if I do think about it, I think Starbucks drink, it's probably not worth it. And I can find an alternative pretty darn easily. So anyway, I keep trying to tell the story. So I'm with the guy on the trip, and I eat 2 bites of the lemon icebox pie. I remember reading somewhere that beyond those first 2 bites, the satisfaction doesn't get any higher than it did after that second bite. So that's what I did. I ate 2 bites and then I passed it over to him. Now he ended up being kind of sick, so sorry, from eating all that, but I had my 2 bites and I enjoyed it, and I'd had a ribeye for dinner, and I was perfectly happy. I got to try it, and then I left. Now, then the last day that I was in Memphis and Mississippi, I was on my own because my flight had been bumped a day. And I went into this bakery because I was thinking I might bring something back for my mom's. But I saw the sign that I thought said sugar-free, and so I went over to go check it out. And it turned out that it was the brand name Sugary, I think, like 2 E's at the end. So, but anyway, by then I'm looking at it. And here's the other thing. In addition to cookies with frosting on it, my other temptation is like a piece of cake, like with good sugary frosting. I don't like that whipped cream tasting frosting. I want sugary frosting. Excuse me. So, now I'm looking at all these cakes. And here's what happened is, this I had not planned for, but, I considered whether or not I could eat that cake. And I thought, some people might say I rationalized it. Other people might just say I made a choice. Here's what I did. I bought a single piece of cake. It had rainbow layers. So it just fed into all my little girl cake dreams. It had rainbow layers and thick frosting, and I bought that mofo and picked up a spoon because they sold ice cream as well. Took it, and I walked with it. And now, an important thing to me is that I don't cheat. And one of the ways that I know that I'm cheating is if I'm doing something in secret or I'm ashamed of it. I was not going to be ashamed of this. I ate so well all week long. And so here's what I did. I was in Oxford, Mississippi. It was busier than Beale Street. I can't believe how long this video is. Anyway, it was busier than Beale Street. And I took my piece of cake with my spoon, and I sat in a bench right outside the courthouse, and the courthouse is like the center of this thing, and then there's all these businesses along here, and all these streets off along here, filled with people and restaurants and stuff. Apparently Ole Miss is there, and it was like the day before game day, which is basically game day, and so tons of people. I don't know why it was a Friday, I don't know why these people weren't at work, but they were not. I was on vacation, I don't know what these people were doing, but I sat right in the middle of it all, and I ate my cake. And here is, for me, not exactly a victory, but more of an indicator that things have changed, is that I ate the important part to me, which is kind of the top where the rainbow sprinkles were, and then the side where the thick frosting was. And then I looked down and I'd managed to taste all the layers of the cake, except I think maybe the yellow one, which I think tasted about the same as them all. So I took like a bite of the lemon, or I don't think it was lemon, I think it was just cake with food coloring. Took a bite of it and ate it, and I looked down and I thought, I have had all the satisfaction I can have out of this cake. And that has never happened to me before in my life. But I threw the cake away. No regrets. I was both completely happy that I had eaten that cake, because I try not to, I wouldn't want the diet to interfere with an opportunity to taste something that I can't normally taste. And at the same time, I also don't want to make exceptions for all the food in the damn world. So like a pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks, not special. This, I think it's called like an ultimate pie latte something or other at this other place. Very limited, very special. Haven't been able to recreate it at home. That's special. I don't want to have to miss out on that. The lemon icebox pie, can't get that anywhere but at that restaurant. I mean, in terms of one that it's famous for. So I don't want to ever feel bad or feel like I'm missing out because I'm eating a particular way. At the same time, I don't want food to be a thing to miss out. Like, you know what I mean? I want to eat to live, not live to eat. So it's important to me that most of my life is focused around eating to live. At the same time, not missing out on life because I'm skipping something extremely special in terms of food. So anyway, it's a balance. But the important thing to me is that I thoroughly enjoyed eating that cake and everything about it. And I had a ribeye that night. Which is to say that immediately after throwing that cake away, number one, didn't feel like I had to throw the cake away. I was done. And number two, I was right back on it. I must admit that there was a moment and I thought, should I turn this into a cheat day? Should I purposely go out of keto? Because frankly, I think I'm probably so keto adapted, I probably did not go out of keto even eating that cake. But I thought, should I purposely go out? And I considered getting a burger with a bun, which I haven't done in, I think, this year. And then I thought, no, mostly because I hate how carbs make me feel. And I'd already had the cake with the sugar. I didn't even know what that might do to me. Turned out it was fine. So anyway, that's the story of how I ate non-keto food. But for me, the whole thing was about, it was me on my diet, and with gray areas, which I've never been good at gray areas. So for me to navigate gray areas, oh my God, that is a bigger victory than having not eaten any of those things. So anyway, that was a much longer thing than I meant to share, but what the hell? I haven't done many videos lately. I am at a 92.5-pound loss today. So basically since the beginning of the year, although I didn't really start, keto until spring. But so 92.5 pounds. Just yesterday, I went to Costco because my size 22 jeans, I started pushing out of 28s, and not the European kind, but like big fat woman 28s. And now I'm in big fat woman 20s. And I bought them yesterday because my 22s were kind of big, and these fit perfectly. I'm wearing them. I don't know if I can. I'm standing on a thing. That's just a body. That's not very interesting. But the point is you can see the jeans fit fine, and you can tell that they're not, hugging all over the crazy place. They are perfectly fit. I did also buy some 18s because I figure sooner or later I'm going to need those, and I think that was a good option. I would show you, but it's embarrassing, although you can see there's sort of a disaster over there. That's an exercise machine, and then boxes are behind it, because I have a closet full of boxes of sizes I didn't fit into, and clothes have been in boxes for a very long time. So I'm slowly opening them, but somewhere in one of the boxes I haven't opened, clearly a mislabeled box, are my size 20 jeans and my size 18 jeans. I found my 16s, can't find my 20s and my 18s. And my 18s, oh my gosh, I've really got to dig in there, because there's a pair of jeans in there I just love. And so I really hope that I find them before I'm out of the 18s. But anyway, so that feels pretty good. And yeah, that is my very, 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 very long update, and I'm very sorry about that, but then not sorry because I really record these for me. Yeah, that's the update.